Anybody heard of Bon Appetit? Bon Appetit let me give you a little rundown. Bon Appetit is a food magazine that parlayed into a YouTube channel. You can look at their YouTube. I love their YouTube. I love the chefs on there, the food that they make. I love cooking in my spare time. If I'm not memeing and creaming, I'm cooking and chilling. So I've always I really like Bon Appetit. All the characters on there, what they come up with, their editors, everything is super cool there, super cool. But the problem is that what's really not cool is what's been going on behind the scenes, and what's been going on behind the scenes for a long time, apparently. Recently, there's been an outward problems coming out in Bon Appetit that basically released like a massive the dam broke and a massive avalanche of editors, chefs, people from the test kitchen, assistants talking about lots of problems that they've had with the management at Bon Appetit and their parent company that has been predicated on racial lines, and that has led a lot of people to feel disconnected and unappreciated at the company. So what broke the dam? Okay, what broke the dam? What broke the dam was Adam Rappaport, which was the editor-in-chief for Bon Appetit. He is the top man in charge. You can see him in a couple videos every once in a while. Adam Rappaport resigned about 2 months ago over allegations of him going to a Halloween party. Yes, the same story. Halloween party as a Cuban with his boo thing, I think. Wait, let me see if I can pull up the picture. Yeah, here it is. This is yeah. Open. Oh, here we go. Oh, what the heck? Really? Whoops. Wait, I'm sorry. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Expand. Okay. So yeah, he went to Halloween as a Cuban. Oh, my bad. Puerto Rican. This is him, and and I think his wife or something or someone. I did not know why Adam Rappaport simply doesn't write about Puerto Rican food for Bon Appetit himself. Me and my poppy. Yep, and this is Adam. So this was, a problem. That is a big yikes. They said he was doing brownface. I'm not sure if he was actually doing brownface. If he actually put on makeup, it could have just been bad lighting. He is a pretty white guy, so he did look dark there. So he may have been doing brownface. It may have just been. I'm gonna be as charitable as possible and say it probably wasn't brownface, but it definitely was cringe. Okay. And this led to a cavalcade of problems for Bon Appetit. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's really sad. And one of the first people to talk out about it, that led to Adam Rappaport's his resignation was Sola. If you didn't know, Sola, I believe, is an Indian American chef. She is a member of the test kitchen. You can see her in a bunch of videos as well. She is one of the people of color who's going to be a topic of the story today. And she posted on Instagram. Do I have this? I do not. But they say it here in Eater. She said on Instagram, where's it? As a display of diversity, that she was put up on video. She was put in the background of pictures as a display of diversity. But unlike her white employees at the time of writing, she had never been compensated for her on camera appearances. All right. And Condé Nast is Bon Appetit's parent company. They did deny that people of color did not get paid for their on camera appearances. But we're going to get to this in a very, very, very quickly. Okay, so Rappaport and his wife. All right, Rappaport had to step down after this came out. That was uncovered by Tammy here, who is a food journalist, and she uncovered this brown face. And Rappaport made a statement on Instagram, said he's stepping down as the editor, and says he needs to reflect on how he treated other human beings in the company. And there's also someone who we're going to be talking about a little bit later who worked under Rappaport, who says that she basically used her as like a dog. She had to like make coffee and did like personal errands for Rappaport. That was not in her job description. And she tried to go to HR for it multiple times, and HR said, "Hey, bud, stop," and he decided not to. And and even then, he said if she didn't like it, that she shouldn't be working in the industry. Who's this? Oh, my bad. BA's Bon Appetit staffers and contributors said, as a BA contributor, I can't stay silent on this. Priya Krishna, I think that's how I pronounce her name. I'm just gonna call her Krishna because I know that's her last name, because I don't want to mess up her. I don't want to butcher her first name too much. It's fucked up simple as that. It erases the work by POC and staff have been doing for a long time behind the scenes, and I plan to do everything in my power to hold the EIC accountable and the systems that hold up this accountable. So lots of people have been saying from Bon Appetit behind the scenes that they've been trying to do one thing, and that's get a lot more cultural representation, not be so Eurocentric when it comes to their food, not do so much French, not do so much English, not do so much Italian. How about, hey, let's do maybe like more Chinese dishes. We almost never get many Chinese dishes on BA. If you've watched BA, you know there's a lot of the time, the only time where you get a lot of ethnic dishes that aren't like French and European and things like that. It comes from the people who are ethnic. I think what was his name? I don't want to mess up his name. Ricky Martinez. He's a Mexican American. He worked alongside Krishna. He worked alongside Gabby there. He worked alongside Sola with the big editors to try to get a lot more cultural representation, but there has been no movement. So what they said is what they had to do was they felt pigeonholed into making food of their own cultural background because no one else was doing it. And with that being known, then they were only really known for the dishes that they made from those ethnic backgrounds. Only Mexican dishes for Ricky, Solo with only Indian dishes, things like that. And they felt really disenfranchised from the company, right? And even more came out, all right? And even more recently, I believe a couple of days ago, we had 3 members walk away from BA after all of this happened, after all the talks about how they weren't being paid the same amount as their white counterparts. BA started to work on contracts, okay, with lots of people. Started to work on contracts with a lot of people on air, and Krishna, Ricky Martinez, and Sola all announced that they will not be appearing on any more BA videos because they weren't able to get what they saw to be adequate pay from BA, okay? And they wrote, this is Sola on her Instagram. She says, "I know what you've been wondering, so here we go. I decided I won't be producing any more videos for BA, but don't worry, you'll still find me at BA developing fun recipes and stories. No hate to the editors who've decided to stay, just not the right thing for me." So Sola is out. This is Ricky Martinez. For almost 2 months, we had been told that we were going to get significant changes in place at CN. This is that's the parent company. And after the resignations, I was actually hopeful that things would change, and I was excited to get back to work and be with my friends and start making content again. But after 5 weeks of contract negotiations, there has been no change and no commitments to any ethnic initiatives to get more people of other racial and ethnic backgrounds onto making more ethnic dishes. And this and Adam Rappaport also stepped down with another person, Madam Doctor. And Matt Doctor actually had his own little controversy saying, "Are you in the harem with the black people and the Asian same-sex couples? #kidding, #diversity. Dude singing along with John Mayer while I wait for my sandwich. Gay. Amazing. Gay men use the gym as a place to socialize and to have secret liaisons in the bathroom. Working out is gay." So once again, like a little yikes. But this with the culture and at BA that's been talked about, and a lot of people stepping up and saying that this has been a really big problem. He had to step down as well. with a lot of things that have been happening, So Matt Ducker had to step down through old tweets. He said that his comments were inappropriate and hurtful, and Adam Rappaport stepped down as well, with a bunch of other people, big at BA. So, where are we now? Okay, where are we now? Krishna decided to step down. I'm leaving a Bon Appetit video. I believe she is also still going to be working on the what is it? She's also still going to be working in the background on a lot of food editing. But here's one thing. I want to talk about some of these contracts, all right? I want to talk about some of these contracts for just a quick moment, because this is a little weird to me, okay? So Business Insider reports that the proposed contracts that Krishna and Martinez had reflected a new pay structure, and they had a base pay rate of $1,000 per hosted video. It's $625 per video with more than one people, and they would get $0 in which their appearance would be under 2 minutes in a video. Okay, so I rounded this up. BA doesn't release too many videos. They said that they would get a minimum of, they'd make sure that they get a minimum of 10 videos, I'm pretty sure. Yes, they said that they guaranteed 10 videos to them. But this was far less, Martinez says, than his white counterparts, a lot of them who got a total of 60 appearances. And had a minimum of requirement of videos that was much higher than this 10 for the similar amount of work that they do. And I added this up. If they get like 15 videos and they're in like 6 videos over the course of a year, over a course of a year, and then there's a couple videos in there where they're in there for less than 2 minutes, they'd get like $18,000. Which is not as much as they say that a lot of their white counterparts got, and this is why a lot of them decided to step down, to not be a part of the videos anymore, because they couldn't get adequate contracts. And I said 5, all right, and we've only mentioned 3 people, right? We've only mentioned Krishna, Martinez, and Sola, right? So who else stepped down? It was Molly Baz. I really liked Molly. She was really cool. She had a thing where she went out and made like interesting food, really expensive food, just things that you didn't think about. She is also not going to be appearing in any more videos after this, in solidarity with her coworkers. And not only that, Gabby is going to be stepping down as well from making videos. She will no longer appear in any videos. She canceled her contract, and she will not be appearing in any more videos because of what's been going on. So there's your little rundown of what's been going on at BA. It seems that the culture there was pretty bad, and a lot of people who were like the main power players, like Rappaport, like Ducker. A lot of this seems to not be seems to be a lot of things that are really prevalent. Oh, and one thing that I didn't even mention is that the only reason they got this renegotiation of their contracts is because they spoke out about it after the whole Rappaport thing, and after Sola spoke up about not being paid as much as her white coworkers. Because of that, they instantly sent her a new negotiation that would add, I think, $20,000 onto her check, which before she got the contract that she did before the new negotiation, she was receiving no money for her appearances. Then she received, I think, $60,000, and they said that they throw on top $20,000, which she said was still far less than her white counterparts. Now, I want to be completely charitable. All right, we have no clue how much those counterparts were making. We had no clue how much anybody who was not a part of this controversy was being paid. They said they had inside knowledge, but we have no clue. So we have no clue if this is actually like if it was as bad as they said it was, or anything. So I can't say. But with that being known, it seems like without that, this has been a brewing problem under the surface of BA for a long time, and I hope they can really get this fixed, because that really cannot stand. What's been going on in chat? What the fuck's been going on in chat? Why do Black Americans think they are superior? Black Americans have no No culture really. They just fry. Okay, super super interesting. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Yeah, there's racism at Bon Appetit. There be racism in them woods. I feel like there's one thing that I didn't get to read. I feel like there's something I didn't get to read. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to read this. I feel like I left it out. Um, shoot, I gotta add this in here. Okay, so 1 second. So remember how I said that Bon Appetit said that they didn't actually underpay their workers and didn't actually, there wasn't a big pay equity. Well, they as the pressure mounted and more evidence was like coming out and more people were coming out, they actually had to release a whole apology saying we have been complicit with a culture that we don't agree with and we are committed to our change. We mashed heads and have been far too white for far too long. As a result, the recipe stories and people we highlighted are far too often from a white centric viewpoint. At times, we have treated non-white stories as not newsworthy and not trendy. Other times, we have appropriated, co-opted, and Columbus to them. I've never heard of that in my entire life. While we've hired more people of color, we have continued to tokenize many BIPOC staffers and contributors in our videos and our pages, and many new BIPOC hires have been entry-level positions with little power, and we will be looking to accelerate their careers and advancement and pay. Black staffers have been saddled with contributions of racial education, and as you go on. So they actually like said outright that yeah, they have been discriminating against people of color in their administration, in their company structure for a pretty long time. And so a lot of these claims, even though some of them we don't have all the knowledge on, with this I feel like they're not necessarily baseless, and it is really sad to see a company that I actually like be rife with these many problems.